In this Blender tutorial I will show you how to cut circular holes in a sphere or any other object. Other tutorials can be found in my playlists. Okay, well, I'm going to remove this cube, so just press X on your keyboard, then left click on delete. Now hold down Shift followed by A, and next to mesh left click on UV sphere. I'm going to just improve this sphere a little bit, so I'm going to come to the left of the screen and double the segments and the rings up. So where it says 32, I'm just going to type in 64, and then where it says 16, I'm going to type in 32. Just makes for a smoother sort of circle. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is just press 1 on your numbers pad followed by 5 on your numbers pad. Roll your middle mouse if need be to sort of zoom in, and hold down Shift followed by A, next to mesh left click on cylinder. Now because we're reducing the size of this cylinder, I'm not going to bother changing the vertices from 32. So what I'm going to do now is move this cylinder so that the middle is in line with the top of the sphere. So to do this, I'm just going to press G followed by Z and then 1. Now left click. Resize the cylinder a bit by pressing S and just drag it down in size. Just give you some idea of the kind of size that you can work with. Okay, so let's just reduce the size. Doesn't matter what size you're working with. If you look to the left of the screen, it'll have a scale thing which is moving, so we'll make it about, I don't know, 0.3, 0.33. Okay. Now press 7 on your numbers pad to go into top view. In this case will be top orthographic view because we've already selected orthographic view by pressing 5 on the numbers pad. Anyway, I'm digressing. Now you're going to have to be a little bit careful with the kind of view that you've got, so don't go too big. Just roll your mouse till it's sort of, I don't know, this sort of size, and then hit your space bar. In the search box type ALI, then left click, view 3D, align camera to view. Now we can see that if this happens and your sphere is bigger than the camera view and you want to work with a sort of smaller view, just hit N on your keyboard, and then somewhere down here it'll have lock camera to view, and I can't see it now. Where is that? Yes, that's right, it's up here. So left click lock camera to view, roll your middle mouse a bit, and then unclick lock camera to view. Okay, now for the clever bits. I'm doing this with camera view, you'll see in a minute why, even though it may not make sense at present. So I'm just going to drag this down to the right here a little bit so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Look for the camera, top right of the screen, and left click on it. Now hold down Shift and left click on your cylinder. Come to the bottom of the screen and to the right of the white disk, left click, and then left click 3D cursor. Now if you press R followed by X, you can rotate the whole shebang around till you get an idea of where you want your first hole. So let's just place this here. Okay. And if you right click on your cylinder, so your cylinder is the only thing selected, you can now sort of resize it. So press S and I don't know, we'll make a hole. If you go too small you may have to reposition it, but right now we'll just go with this size here. Okay. So let's cut a hole in this. So first of all, right click on the sphere, come to the right of the screen, left click on the modifiers button. This is a little spanner. Left click on this and left click add modifiers, left click boolean. In the box it says intersect, left click difference, and then in the box below where it says object, left click cylinder, and finally left click apply. So we don't want to upset the setup here, so if you left click on the camera and then hold down shift and left click on the cylinder, and we'll press RZ and we'll move this around by moving the mouse. So I don't know, we'll go with this view here, and then left click. Now right click on the cylinder, roll your middle mouse and then press, you want to select, right click on the sphere, not the cylinder. So with the sphere selected, hold down tab and then right click on the inside edge of your first hole on one of the vertices, and then hold down shift and right click on a vertex that is next to it. So basically you've got these selected. I've come out of camera view if you wondered what I've done there, so you can see what I've done. So I'm out of camera view and I've selected two vertices. Come to the bottom left of the screen, left click on select, and then left click edge loops. Now press X on your keyboard and left click on vertices, and you've made your first hole. Okay, press 0 on your numbers pad to go into camera view again, and then left click on your camera, hold down shift, left click on your cylinder, and you can see what axis is you can work in here. So we've got Z, X and Y. So let's press RY and we'll come around in this direction, this way. Left click to accept, then right click on your cylinder and we'll resize the cylinder, so let's go up a size. Okay. Now if you press your middle mouse you'll go back into your view, not through the camera. So I'm happy with that. Go back into camera view, right click on the sphere, and again left click on add modifier, left click on boolean and difference to intersect to difference, then object to cylinder, left click apply, and again we'll left click on camera up here, hold down shift, then the cylinder, and I don't know, let's press RX and we'll bring this around so we can see the hole you've created, and then left click to accept, right click on the sphere again and then hold down tab, then right click on a couple of vertices and then back to the bottom left of the screen, left click on select, edge loops, and then X, and get rid of the vertices. And that really is how you can put a load of random holes into a cylinder, or a sphere, or to be honest with you, any other object. It's probably easier to use uniform sort of shapes like a circle or a square, oblong. Could get a bit complicated and more complicated shapes, but anyway, give it a try. Don't know what else I can show you really. I'm not going to bother with rendering or anything. So hopefully that's helped somebody. Thank you for watching. Cheers.